Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So we're going to be showing you how we did like the coin last time, like all the basics of it. So let's get to it. And before we do that, we're going to see who wins the coin. So, yep.
So we just went to spinnerwheel.com. There was 42 people that put their name in the hat, which that was kind of cool. So I think I'm supposed to shuffle twice. So there's once and there's twice. And then, well, I don't know how to do it.
I do. And you just click on there.
Oh, click on the wheel?
Here.
Well, there you go. We're spinning. And 3DP. 3DP. You are the winner. Please pick up your consolation prize on the way out. Shoot me a message.
3D prints.
3D prints. I know who you are. Shoot me a message and I'll send you the coin. Give me your address. But that was pretty easy.
That's not weird at all.
So 3DP. But thank you everyone that put their name up there. He was pretty excited about it. How long did it take you to go get all the names?
So right now, so I did it on my phone and it took me like an hour. And then, so I was like, it's probably going to be better on the computer. So we just typed it and like, it took them like 5 seconds.
A little longer than 5 seconds, but
like 5 minutes.
It was better on the computer. So, well, that's over with there. Congratulations there, 3DP. And thank you, like I said, once again, for everyone who took the time to comment your name. Once again, I'm not going to have the machine on because it is loud. So we'll go into demo mode here. But we did get no microphone, so you should be able to hear him a little better now. We're trying to make sure he don't scream into it. So if he does, bear with him. So I'm going to open the same pie coin. And so I'm sharing the screen here, and it'll kind of give you an idea of what I did. And like I said, I wanted to kind of go over why exactly we did some of the things that we did. I've had so many people ask me like, well, why wouldn't you use crosshatch? Or, you know, so lots of different little things. But we'll get into it.
Wait, Dad, I've actually got something to show you.
What?
This. World's greatest dad.
Did you have that in your pocket? Oh, thank you. Okay. All right. Enough sappy stuff. That's cute.
That's funny.
Thank you.
Yep.
Well, it is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all you guys out there. We're in the garage today, bonding.
We might make the video out on Father's Day, and we'll get it.
Hopefully. My editing skills are not that great right now. But anyway, so we'll go through the coin a little bit. And this is what it would look like hatched. And everyone has asked me what exactly my hatch settings were. So obviously you see on the screen here, I'll mirror this or double it or however it is that you do. Our first hatch, we've assigned pin 0 to it with a line space of 0.04. We're rotating. I'll get over the Tesla rule here in a little bit. But notice I have nothing else checked. Now on hatch 2, I've enabled, oh, I apologize, let me jump back. This is the bidirectional uninterrupted hatch. So the laser constantly stays on here. This is the hatch type that you would use to gain depth because the laser never cuts off. We don't use all calc with this because we want the beam concentrated in one area long enough to create enough heat to make those fractal explosions happen better. And that happens on the surface. So now we jump over to hatch 2. This is like the optimized hatch type, I believe is what it's called. But I call it the bidirectional uninterrupted, semi-interrupted hatch. So that's just what I call it. The lines in between the dashes really mean nothing. It just means that, you know, if we were going from left to right here and starting here, it would get here, and normally with the other hatch type, it would come to the A and then do a 180 about face and come back and do this back and forth. Well, with this hatch type, what would happen is it comes here and it's like, okay, well, I see a void, I'm gonna jump over and grab that, and see a void, jump over, grab that, so on and so forth, and it would really run that line until it got to a certain point. Then it would turn around, and it may be over here, it may be in the middle of the pi symbol, it could be anywhere really, because EasyCAD is attempting to optimize the cut path. Once again, same line spacing, 0.04. We've assigned hatch 2, pin 1. Same auto row rating the hatch angle. So if you row rate, this is circle. You always should row rate. And then the final hatch 3, we've enabled with the unidirectional interrupted hatch. Any of the hatch types that have the red lines are interrupted hatches, right?
Right.
And that means that the laser cuts off, the mirrors are still moving, but the laser source cuts off. So we run a line, we reset with the mirrors as the laser is off, and then we run another line, so on and so forth. This one being unidirectional, so we are going in the same direction from left to right each pass we make. So this is what you see. Pretty much all of my deep engravings will have something similar to this. I've got a virus. Uh-oh. So hatch 1, hatch 2, and hatch 3. And you notice they all share the same line space. They all share the same angles. Our starting angle, like I mentioned in the last video, is not important, but you can see that they've matched because our passes are catching up with one another. So we'll jump over to the pin settings real quick, and I'll deselect the art so we don't assign any particular hatch that other pin. With pin 0, we're at a speed of 800, power of 100, and frequency of 65 kilohertz. Pin 2, we've increased our speed to 1,000, dropped our power to 60, and increased our frequency to 60. And with, well, pin 3, but pin 2, sorry, the third pin, which is pin 2, the speed is exponentially higher, 2,200, and our power is down to 40%, and our frequency is dropped to 50. So this principle is what I call the hammer shovel sweep. And it's pretty simple. I'll try to explain it really quick. If you had to bust up sidewalk in your front yard, you would go out there with a jackhammer and you would break up big pieces of sidewalk, right? How would you use a jackhammer? Right? You gotta make the noise. Tuk, 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 tuk. You would break up the sidewalk. There you go. You'd break up the sidewalk into bigger pieces. And you wouldn't take the jackhammer and break those pieces into smaller pieces. You would take a shovel and just pick those up and dump them in a wheelbarrow, carry the wheelbarrow off and dump it out. And then you would take a broom and sweep up the remnants and area. So that's the principle of what I've done here. Pin 0 would be the jackhammer, pin 1 would be your shovel, and pin 2 would be your broom. And so that's kind of what we've treated this coin. You know, I won't try to get close because this thing sucks at zooming in, but this is the way we treated that coin. And this coin is still right off the laser. We have not done anything to it. The other side was for practice. So Mr. 3D Print, you're only going to be able to see the one good side, but well, this side's good too. It's just not, it was just practice. But this is how we achieved this. I jackhammered it, I shoveled the stuff out of the way, and then I swept the little stuff out of the way. There's hundreds of people I've trained to do this, and I'm sure they'll chime in and say that they use the same principle. So with that being said, if we assign those pins with those speeds and powers and frequencies to the hatch specifically, to jackhammer, shovel the stuff we jackhammered away, and then sweep that stuff off, then you're in much better shape. Because the jackhammer can do a mad amount of destruction. The shovel cannot break up concrete, but it can remove it. The sweep can't break up concrete or remove it. It can only pick up the small little remnants. So the successive passes means you're not causing more damage while you're trying to eradicate the damage that you just did. So hopefully that makes it a little bit, you know, easier to understand why I did what I did. And then to get back, oh, thank you. I don't know what happened.
I said no thanks. So.
So to get back to the hatch, and my angles are 63. They're always either 33, 39, 63, 66, 69, 93, 96, or 99. Because Nikola Tesla said, and I'm paraphrasing here, I don't know exactly what he said, but he said something along the lines of, if a man was to figure out the definitive correlation between the numbers 3, 6, and 9, that he'd be able to unlock the universe. Well, we're still waiting on our key, but I apply his principles to...
The key's coming.
The key's coming? You think so? So I apply his principles to the laser. Because main thing is, in this box right here, you can have whatever number you want to, as long as it doesn't evenly divide into 360. Because earlier, as I said, we're row rating. And you'll see in most EasyCAD versions it's misspelled. And I like to have good fun with it, row rating. But you can see we're rotating. And rotation would mean something in a circular path, which would mean 360 degrees. So we want, row rating. So we don't want any number in that box that will evenly divide into 360. So, 1, 2, 6, 12, 20, there are a plethora of numbers that will evenly divide into 360, and that means that every rotation it makes on that path, it's the same path it just took. And therefore you will create patterns.
Row rating sounds like something Scooby-Doo would say.
Row rating? We're going to get sued now. Ruby Roo! All right, so, and as far as the angle goes, like I said, it doesn't matter where you start. It's like that baseball game where you put the bat on your head and spin around and then try to run the bases. It doesn't matter where you start with the bat. You could be facing the pitcher's mound or facing first base or facing third or facing the dugout. It doesn't matter where you start as long as you do 10 rotations and then run to first. Well, it's the same thing here. It doesn't matter what angle you start at. And I've been training more and more people that have negative numbers in that box. Which, there's nothing wrong with having negative numbers in that box. It's just kind of unorthodox. That's a tactic from when EasyCAD did not have the crosshatch function. And so, like if you had a 45-degree angle, like the one that stands out at me most for whatever reason here lately has been 45 and negative 45. Well, on the spectrum of things, that's a 90-degree sway, path. And so, truly, if you put 45 in there and your next pass at 135 degrees, that is the same exact thing. So negative numbers are just confusing there, and it's a bit convoluted. You don't have to do that unless you don't have the crosshatch function in your hatch, which is in older versions of EasyCAD. But the reason we do not use crosshatch is because it is 90 degrees. So if you're... Can it make
lines?
That's right, it can make lines. So he does pay attention. So if you're hatching at 0 degrees and you cross hatch, then that's going to be 90 degrees up and down. And if that changes to 10, then you're at 100 degrees and so on and so forth. Well, guess what 90 does? Divides into 360 4 times. So me and Noah, he's learning here, if you get good results at 30 passes with crosshatch on, you'll get probably the same or better results at 50 passes without crosshatch. So crosshatch will double the length of time that you are actually lasering.
Crosshatch, right?
Right, so we don't crosshatch. And you can crosshatch as much as you want to. That's just our personal preference of mine, because crosshatch is 90 degrees and 90 does rotate or divide into the 360 degree.
Yeah, 4 times.
Yep.
It's like a 3D print, so you need 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, and 4 parts. And you have to put them together.
Oh yeah, sure. So in any event, that's kind of why we don't use crosshatch here. Noah is learning a lot. And do you want to tell him thank you for all your comments and stuff?
Oh yeah, thanks for all your comments. So we were on vacation and I kept on reading them. I was like, when is this going to end? When is this going to end? In next video, I'll probably reply to some comments, but I couldn't because we were on vacation. I replied to a little bit, but yeah.
He's just so busy, with summer break and all. So I do want to say something about our shirts here. We had shirts made. They're kind of cool. Laser area, unsupervised adult. I guess I need to have his say mini adult. And then they say laser operated on the front. We're doing these shirts. We're selling them on our website. We'll put a link in the description. These shirts will serve as your ticket to be entered to win, just like we did the random wheel on the coin. we're going to give away a Roto Boss rotary. And this is more specific for the CO2 world, but in a couple of months, if this takes off well, we're actually going to be giving away an entire... That's right.
I think this shirt would look good on you.
This shirt would look good on you. And we've had a massive amount of people buy them from all over the country, and it's really cool. And we're going to give the rotary away on August 1st. So I'll put some details in there, but we'll give the rotary away on August 1st. It's a really good t-shirt. It's comfortable. I mean, I like it anyway. So that's one of the reasons we're doing this, because you'll always get to keep the shirt, and you might win a Roto Boss rotary. So stay tuned for that. August 1st, we'll do that drawing. And by that time, we probably should be able to just do it live and pick us a winner. Maybe. So I am working on some animation for these videos. My buddy Tom's helping me out. Thank you, Tom. And another shout out to my buddy Robert over at Computer Creations, who is, he likes Robert's videos. He's been watching them, but he's given me a massive amount of pointers and things to do here. So thank you, Robert. I appreciate everything you do for the community also. Another shout out I told I'd give was to my buddy Zach, and he's another laser trainer. He owns a website called Cryptic Concepts, sells a few accessories, uber smart kid. If I can't help you, he definitely can. And definitely go check him out. Anybody you want to say hey to? All the dads out there, happy Father's Day?
Happy Father's Day.
No, nothing.
Not really.
To get back, I'm doing animation. We're going to do, my buddy Alex wants me to do dad jokes because I killed him with the dad jokes every time. So without further ado, we're going to do dad jokes.
And then once we hit 1,000 subs, we're going to donate to charity. $1,000.
We're gonna do something.
Yeah.
But yes, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna give $1,000 away to somebody. Somebody who needs it, somebody who has to have it. It may be a shelter, it may be whatever. But we're gonna do charitable work with $1,000. We're gonna pay a dollar for everybody who clicked that button. So, and when we get to 10,000 subscribers, we might only be able to give away another 1,000, but we'll still do that too. So anyway, without further ado, we're gonna do Dad Jokes by Jeff.
I'm ready for
a dad. You ready for it? Mm-hmm. All right. Why did the teddy bear not have dessert?
Why?
Because he was stuffed. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching Fiber Laser Training. Go check out our TikTok. Noah's got a TikTok too. He's got more followers than me, little punk, but it's pretty cool. Go check it out. And thank you very much for watching. And we appreciate you. Yango.
Yango slango.